Hello YouTube, it's your boy, the GekLord. Today we have Sammy the robot here, who's going to be following us around today. I have decided we're going to take a tour of the first town in Niptopia, my Nip powered star system. There are 4 planets here, and I invite all viewers right now to move to Niptopia if you do so, please. This video is going to show you all the rewards you will receive for visiting the GekLords Nip powered system. I will also mention things like chat bubbles and some farms are not fully filled yet. This one will feature a bunch of Nip. As everybody knows, in order to make really good music like 21 Pilots do, you need to have a whole bunch of Nip, period. So we got all the types of Nip. Here's our storage containers for all the types of Nip. So we got the yellow grade, we got the white grade, and we got the red grade. Now I'm gonna be showing you 3 or 4 shops here. These are all trust-based shops. This means I am trusting you to do the right thing and delete the number of Nip that I tell you. If you do this, you are going to be deleting millions of credits. Every 10 stack is actually worth 1 million credits that you could have made. In order to do this, and if you listen to me, we may avoid killing the game with Nip. The reason why I have the shop set up like I do is to aid the early gamers and to reward the people who finished the game and unlocked the Atlas V1 pass. If you unlock the Atlas V1 pass, there are tons of Atlas V1 pass containers. Actually, all of the Nip here is also rewards. Let's go ahead and check out these rewards. We will be back to harvest all the passes, of course, because I do, of course, have an Atlas V1 pass, because it is always super useful to use an Atlas V1 pass. But what I wanted to tell you here is this right here is a DJ studio for the GekLord and all other GekLords. Meaning, if you know how to make music and you think you can make 8-bit music in this game and make different songs, here's my first challenge. Trench by 21 Pilot, the entire album. I want to see someone make videos over the entire album of Trench. This means you need to know how to make music and you need to play No Man's Sky enough to get free power enabled and free purchases enabled so that you can buy a Bytebits studio and set it up for yourself. I will be doing a full guide covering how to build this entire studio for you, the viewers, for absolutely free here shortly. As you can see here, this is a work in progress DJ studio, almost finished, needs a couple last minute tweaks, and then we're uploading this base and everybody will be able to explore this. You may actually see an older version of the city if you go to explore this right away, as I may not have chose to upload the new base computer yet. So let's go ahead and get on into the main area of the town. We got the DJ, they out here away from the rest of the town, not by all the people, and free of any distractions. And if there's not a DJ currently active, well, this happens. This is meant as an enticement method, causing you to walk back here and discover the DJ booth with all of the byte beats, whatever these thingies are called, with the byte switch, allowing you to send your own byte beat library straight to the GekLords new town, meaning you can create the theme music of Niptopia. I'm thinking Trench, I'm thinking one of their songs. Pick a song, any song. 21 Pilots, Trench. That's the album and all the songs. I will promote every single one of them byte beat 21 Pilot songs if someone makes it. All they gotta do is make them close, follow the bass beats of the songs, and I want to be able to tell what song they were inspired by. All I'll need you to do is link the original 21 Pilot Spotify playlist down below for the Trench album in your description and at 21 Pilots. This gives a chance for 21 Pilots to potentially see that you added them and maybe even comment on your GekLord video. your GekLords video will probably get good views within 2 months. So first things first, I suggest doing 100 days No Man's Sky. That was my very first video over No Man's Sky. I started doing No Man's Sky 2 or 3 months ago. I don't really remember, at least this year. Previously, the last time I played No Man's Sky was when I lost my entire apartment, back when I myself was an actual GekLord. Yes, that means I was actually a Gek, because this is the GekLord, nothing else, of course. Alrighty, so the next thing I wanted to show you here was actually a work in progress. I'm going to be working on these slowly. This is a working bench model here, actually. This is the best version I found. It puts the chair right on the balcony so everyone can go, man, that's a cool tiny chair. And then also look out at the view. Eventually, all these mountains are going to have walls on them, walling off this town to itself, keeping the defense out and keeping the space police out. Which, I will go ahead and warn you, the space police are going to be joining the system, because this right here is going to be the disguise center for all GekLords. So, once the space police knows you're a GekLord, the space police will then hunt you and you alone. That means that any other Nip participants are not going to be hunted. Only the GekLords. Why? Because the space police hate Nip. Why do the space police hate Nip? I don't know, maybe they think we're gonna smack into space stations high or something. I'm not really sure. They seem to have a dated opinion from like 2002 or something. I'm not 100% sure. This is gonna be like war on drugs, but in space. And eventually I plan on having a real life space police chief. The chief's name's gonna be Chief Jason. So let's go ahead. Let us go ahead and explore the quick shopping market. I'm done explaining this. This costs 5 stacks. In order to purchase this, I need to delete 5 10 stacks of Nip. That means 1 20 stack, 2 20 stack, and another single stack of Nip. And we're gonna go ahead and give this man a little more, just so that we can go ahead and collect his delicious resources. Wah-bang. Thank you for the hookup, guy. Only... what was the price even? What was the price for this dude's stuff? Only 5 Nip stacks. Only like $5 million, and we got all this Facium, and it's actually not even Facium. It's actually secretly a new strain of Nip called Facium Cheddar. It is only in the 5 stacks. It is said as air quotes rare. You will notice in the DJ studio, this is supposed to be like 21 Pilots' DJ studio No Man's Sky. I'd love it if the people from 21 Pilots would actually play No Man's Sky and try the byte beat system and make an entire song in this game. Actually, everybody tweet at 21 Pilots, tell them to play No Man's Sky, ask them to make a byte beats song in No Man's Sky. Just send them a short clip of my DJ studio. I did a spin around shot of it in my rescale glitch guide. If you haven't seen my rescale glitch guide, it is mandatory in my own opinion as a tool for any sort of person creating sweet bases. Creating bases is an art. That is what the creators of this game know, being a non-AAA studio. Everybody that whines about this game treats it like it's a AAA studio when it's a single A studio making more content in this game than any other AAA studio game even does. We get literally monthly, bi-monthly, sometimes weekly, bi-weekly. It really just depends on how Hello Games is feeling and how much of the new content they created already. There are little things in the game that might have some inconveniences, but they've left specific glitches in the game for us just to kind of figure out what is going to cause the last 16 minutes of the game. And I believe I know what it is, and I'm asking everybody else to go ahead and test my theory, because I think this will make them release No Man's Sky 2 early. Here's why I think this. So, biodome-based farms are already ludicrous. They already give you a lot of money, and it's already a lot of nip, and it's already a lot of files for the server-based game. Most of the multiplayer is handled server-based. So imagine if every single player was building 20 or 30, or at least their goal before they quit playing No Man's Sky was to build the exact number it takes, 28 times 80, or 28 times 800 per farm. That is the best setup for a nip farm, is only 800 nip. This gives you the maximum size of nip. As a matter of fact, I usually go a little under and do 750. I think that's actually where I get my 28 number from, but 28 800 plant nip farms will give you 1 billion credits in one single harvest. This means all it takes to get rich is to turn on the creative build mode for a little bit, build a bunch of biodomes and a bunch of different bases. It could take you probably an entire day, and then you could harvest them all. Like I said, the geklord is just an idea. I am the geklord, and this has been my showcase of Niptopia. We're gonna go ahead and take a look down here now and see what exactly is going on. This is actually meant as a viewing stand for the racetrack I have built here for go-karts. I have created go-karts in No Man's Sky, and I'm going to be showing them to you in this video. Please do stay tuned. Part of this hill, actually all of this, is part of the track. Let's go ahead and show you this track. Now please keep in mind, as I'm showing you the track, and we're going to just be using the portal down below here in this little building here, which can also be teleported straight back up to here, which can then take you straight back up to here, which will then take you straight back up to here, which will then take you straight up back to here, which will then take you straight up back to here. So here's the thing about No Man's Sky. I don't believe there's actually a good video over how to build elevators. These are the elevators in No Man's Sky. It's a really basic block. The only guides I've ever seen of elevators have been using stairs and other various items such as wooden walls, etc., to cause a glitch where it will glitch you up an elevator of sorts, but it's very buggy and it could get you stuck in an item forever and never able to escape it again, ruining your entire save game. This is very bad, and that video should not be getting as many views as it does, but for some reason you, the viewer, have chose to watch it, and that's what I'm trying to teach you today, is the reason why all the bad YouTubers that are currently up over this game, like Jason Plays and other YouTubers as such, who always say the wrong information just to get negative comments on their videos, as other YouTubers have pointed out previously. This is not meant to get views. This is not meant to do anything else other than get you to join my nip powered system and grow your own nip powered nip farms. I want to see if we can make them release No Man's Sky too early by completely breaking the game and making every single player in this game, whether they played on normal, creative, survival, or otherwise, insanely and ludicrously, madly, and absolutely filthy, stinking rich. And by that I want to make sure everyone has at least a plan to make 1 billion credits in what will only probably take you a month or two, because you only need to build 28 farms. If you're able to build 28 farms in a month, you're golden. This means that you're going to be able to make 1 billion credits in 1 month. You can title your movie that if you want. Free movie title here that will get a lot of views. I made enough nip farms to make 1 billion credits in 1 month. It's a challenge once again. First YouTuber to do it will get a massive shout out from me. I will promote you in at least 20 promo videos. So please, everybody, anybody who's a small YouTuber or maybe even wants to be, if you don't even have a gaming computer, I highly recommend you get a computer. If you recommend to play on, if you choose to play on console or like controller, like me, I play on controller on PC. PC is just the best platform on to learn a video editor of your choice. Another thing to note is other companies like Adobe usually allow users to use cracked software for quite a few years without ever giving a crap, because they know most people who buy their program have to know how to use it. This means that cracking things like Adobe Premiere Pro, Photoshop, etc., is actually accepted secretly by Adobe. They will never, ever, ever come out and tell you that they accept and they allow and they don't mind that people crack their software, but it's the truth. Adobe has a whole lot of money. If Adobe really, really wanted to, they could go ahead and patch all the exploits, and even portable versions of Adobe Premiere Pro and Photoshop would not work. I used to pay for Adobe Premiere Pro myself as well as Photoshop. However, I am currently flat busted broke, so I cannot currently afford it, leading me to have to use a portable version of Adobe. If I get my monetization back the instant I make enough, I plan on paying for all of Adobe's softwares, and I also want to be buying a new gaming computer eventually. I might even open a Patreon for the GekLord, depending on if anybody is willing to help me get a new gaming computer built, so that I can make this video in more than 720p, because let me show you the settings I had to use just to view this crazy build. I used to rock 1080p ultra settings, or at least some high. Now I rock 45 FPS max, which doesn't actually work, and I need to lower it down to 30 to stop overheating my GPU, which is only a Tesla M40 cooled with a cheap eBay cooler that is literally green with 2 black fans in it. That's all there is to it, guys. That really is it. Down here is actually going to be a showcase of the very original double biodome design I ever used. Unfortunately, it is not 100% complete. However, it is nearly complete. I just need to go through and make sure it's actually 100% harvestable. I need to go adjust some teleporters. That is all. And as you can see, we're just right back here, and now we're right back down here. This entire town and eventually city, I want to make the entire planet covered with bases. I want you, the people, to help me do it. I'm trying to recruit some good builders here to build some crazy things. The only thing to remember is this is a NipNip powered system, so I may build a nearby NipNip powered broadcaster near your base, which means any sentinel pillars around on the planets will have satellite dishes placed on them, automatically broadcasting the NipNip energy through the air. All you will need to do in order to build in NipNip energy here on this system alone, unlike every other system, is enable free power. I already built the entire power infrastructure for us. Let's go ahead and get some last cinematic shots, and this has been your friendly neighborhood GekLord. More information coming about this wonderful place here soon. I will also go ahead and tell you one more thing. These are the shops. Let me go ahead and explain the pricing. 5, 10, 20 stacks. That means 5, 10, 20, 10 stacks of NipNip. 10 stacks of NipNip. So 5 stacks would be 50 NipNip. 10 stacks would be 100 NipNip. 200 NipNip would be 200 stacks. This is all just rare NipNip strains that you can purchase. These are all non-grown. This will give you different varying items. Some of these may or may not actually be worth the price that they are just in a real dispensary when buying real NipNip. That is the idea here. Like this 20 stack here, I would not pay 20 stacks of NipNip for. I would always just be buying the 5 stack. However, due to the fact that farms are only harvestable every 4 minutes, if you follow my rules and actually delete these stacks of NipNip, you'll only be able to buy each of these shops one single time every single 4 hours. This is a super easy way to get yourself some more NipNip for your farms, as well as this right up here, which is a super duper easy way of you getting some Facium. And if that's still not enough NipNip or Facium, well, this is a NipNip powered system. There are a ton of bases, and when I say the word ton, I mean there are a absolute ton. Let's see if we can even see any from this planet. If not, we're going to somebody else's base. We're going to be visiting at Good Guys Free at youtube.com's base on my NipNip powered system, just to get a view of how many bases are actually in this system. We will then come back in the movie here, and I'm going to give you a ton of B-roll of this wonderful city in ultra settings. Here we go, other bases. I'll see you there in just a minute. Alrighty guys, so we got our protect robot here. I will be pimping out in a future video here, helping us defend ourselves from the evil space police who are already at Good Guy Free's base, because I'm trying to recruit him to be the space police chief, and it seems that even the space police agree with me. He would make a wonderful space police chief, Jason. If you ask me, I think it would be hilarious to hear at Good Guys Free, the great quality content creator of No Man's Sky, to do a voice as Chief Jason and eventually end up dying. Only the character Chief Jason would be dying, not Good Guys Free save. Unlike mine, if the GekLord is ever to perish, my save must be deleted forever. While I don't have delete all saves activated, I do already have what is, and we're gonna summon our ammo ship real quickly here, because this is just needing ammo, and that's just what it is. So key items, ammo, and more right here. Bang, please, at Good Guys Free, add me a freaking place to land my ship here. The space police, let's get back to his base so I can show you just a few of the names of the bases in this system. So when you visit this system yourself, you will know the names of every base. And then you can go watch my previous video. My previous movie actually showcases the entirety of all 5 mass nip farms here. As you can see here, we've got what is Planter's Peak, a non-nip farm. It's only a glass farm. Soaring Orb Greens is a nip farm. Let's see here. Nip Marketplace is a future nip farm. However, it's not currently. And seriously, the Sentinels are literally right where this guy's base is. This is hilarious. Even YouTube itself agrees he should be the space police. This is not scripted. These space police keep showing the instant I get to his base. Keep in mind, there are space police that sometimes roam the town I have built inside of Niptopia that is currently called Niptopia, the lost city of Niptopia, which is actually the name of this entire solar system. So check it out now. On screen now are the glyphs. I'm gonna be out of here. This has been your friendly neighborhood GekLord, and keep it beast mode. We ain't even doing B-roll. We just calling this the video, and I'm out. See yas.